I was very pleased to be able to have him as a student. And he just looks so handsome today. I'd like you all to give it up for Rick. Come on up here, Rick.
I want to share with you what I entitled my most inner thoughts dealing with my darkest days. My name is Rick. I am in an ongoing process of recovery due to a dysfunctional and a traumatic childhood which involved being exposed to drugs and alcohol and sexual abuse. At one time in my life, it seemed as if my life was filled with only gray clouds. But after I got connected with Prestera, I found that through therapy and dealing with positive people and with self-examination, I knew that I was able to reach some different and better personal goals. I acknowledge that many of my low self-esteem issues were because I was dealing with conflicts in my early childhood that occurred, which I carried into my adult life, which made me feel confused, unloved, and unwanted. I knew that these difficulties could be corrected, but I didn't really know how. But then I learned through Prestera that I had a choice to remember that these choices I make could create for me new dreams and new experiences. I know that now that I can make beautiful things happen in my world without medication or with medication. I realized that my environment was once filled with hopelessness, but in our class, one of the first things we learned was about hope. However, within my spirituality, I could see sunshine on my darkest days. And one of our things in our class, we learned about our personal spirituality. I had that covered, but I didn't have some other stuff covered. Many times in my life, my journey has been successful, being a high school All-American, going many years undefeated in wrestling, winning different kind of things in sports, and being in the gospel ministry for over 30 years, preaching in various places, have given me great experience. Yet I had my share of failures because of how I was viewing my life and the things that happened in my life. But you know, I never gave up. I never gave in to any of those feelings that would completely delay my ambitions and desires. I had plenty of reasons. I had alcoholism in my family, I had a brother that sniffed paint for 15 years, but I had a little baby sister who's here today who's almost legally blind to finish college. So I had some inspirations in my life. I also met my lovely wife who deals with lupus and deals with other issues and had just had cancer. She's been an inspiration because I could never have gone through the things she's gone through physically. So she doesn't realize sometimes how much an impact she's made on my life. Now I have a renewed purpose and the plans to continue helping others and myself. It is with these new tools that I have learned in my peer support training, which has enriched my life. And thank God I met my pastor who is here. He's retired, but I'll never forget the times that he's helped me, and he doesn't know it, him and his wife, Pastor Willis. I thank him for his presence today. As I have attended these classes, I found out that I needed alternative approaches to the things that were happening in my life that would enhance my life, enhance the way that I was thinking, and enable me to get tools to help the things that were lacking in my life. I know that this training has been helpful and to me, and it is my desire to become a peer specialist. I have received inspiration from my instructor, Diana James Wolf, and don't want to forget Miss Tracy Strickland. And the other speakers, along with the books that we have read by Mary Ellen Copeland books and the other related reading material and the other people that have come in our class and that help us. I can see and feel the changes within me, even if I know that people are not fully aware of these changes. I know that it does not matter what others think, since I understand these changes. I do not have to succumb to negative influences that would hinder me, as I refuse to allow people and things and situations to trigger a relapse in my old way of thinking and behavior. I am extremely determined to keep on taking steps of responsibility to to maintain my well-being. I am empowered learning these skills that have helped me to take back some areas of control in my life. I plan to use these skills that we have developed in RAP, which is our Wellness Recovery Action Program or plan, to keep creating new wellness plan in my personal life as well as helping others. I now have the answers and the solutions to questions that once went unanswered in my life. My recovery means to me an endless possibility filled with a future of unlimited visions, hope, and expectations unknown. I want to thank my class. Each one of you don't realize how meaningful your life has been to me. Some of your stories have blown me away. How you could overcome. It is an encouragement to me of your success, your future. I've done some things, but you guys are beautiful. Don't ever forget what you've done, where you come from. Sarah, you're going to have to make that encouragement book. I made a book that talks about what we have accomplished in our handout. We have things that we have. One of the key words I want to finish with, so she gave us, we had to learn about hope, we had to learn about choice, we had to learn about empowerment, we had to learn about spirituality, and we had to learn about environment. But in the book, The Pathway, it has in a section about the things that have helped you in your life. And I created a book about the accomplishments, things that I have done in my life, and to share that with Sarah, because sometimes all of us forget just how far the divine creator has brought us from. And we need to remember almost every day to encourage ourselves, to look in the mirror, because sometimes in the worldview of people that see us, they don't like what they see, but we have to remind it that we are somebody and we can do something. Thank you, Diana.
Are these amazing students, and do they have amazing stories or what? I'm so incredibly proud, and we all have exchanged